Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and today I am announcing that I've created a Patreon, as you can see right there in the background. Um, so yeah, I've created a Patreon. I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, Crendor, everybody's got a Patreon now." What? So let me explain to you. I'm gonna talk about a few things. Why am I creating Patreon? What I'm going to be doing on my Patreon, and anything else I forget about. So let's start with the basics of why am I creating a Patreon. So I decided to create a Patreon to one of the reasons is to get away from advertiser revenue. As you know, the YouTube adpocalypse was a thing, and I think that shows any type of content creator or non-content creator uh, why you shouldn't rely on advertiser revenue, because it gives the advertiser the power. And how many times have you heard YouTubers and people like that be like, "Oh, you guys watch my video, but your view is worth like a fraction of a fraction of a cent," right? It doesn't even feel good. It feels like, oh well, I watched their video, but I gave them 1/100th of a penny, and I can be part of that penny. While you look at a platform like Twitch, as much as some people have bashed Twitch lately, it's very community driven, and it's one of the reasons I've been streaming so much more than I've been doing YouTube comparatively to my 10 years of doing uh, content or non-content creation. And I've just enjoyed streaming on Twitch more because it almost reminds me of being in a movie theater and being like, "Hey guys, here's my video," and then you watch it with everybody in the movie theater, and then you just listen to the crowd being like, "All right, what do they think? What do they think?" And somebody will be like, "That's pretty good. I like that," and then somebody else will be like, "This sucks." It's like, all right, so it's more about you're just listening to the crowd when there's a YouTube video. While with Twitch, it almost feels like you're at just a friend's house watching them play video games or do something, right? Everybody's in the room. It's more social. It's more community driven. You can interact with people directly live. It's just more fun. And I wanted to get that type of atmosphere back onto YouTube. And I thought Patreon was the best way to do it. And so one of the things that Patreon helps with is just creating fun types of content and non-content. For example, machinimas, uh, shorter videos, cooking with Crendor, those types of things where they put a little more. They take a bit more effort, but I think they're more fun to watch in general. If you've watched anything on YouTube in the past couple of years, you've seen how animators have struggled immensely on YouTube, right? Machinima is kind of the same thing, although I would say animation's definitely harder than machinima, but there's still a lot of work that goes into it. And YouTube's algorithms and advertising algorithms, algorithms, and all that pretty much bash any type of short creative content. It's like, hey, we want long watch time. Like, they even put watch time ahead of views now. That's how important it is to them to have longer videos viewed for the entire duration. And it's just, I don't know. I'd rather people support what they want, and it's just one of the reasons I've decided to start a Patreon. So on top of that, I've also had more medical bills because I've had my gallbladder taken out. If you haven't seen in my last video, camping with Crendor and Nixium, if you haven't seen that, go watch it. I talk about my entire gallbladder removal with him, and it was it's like an hour and a half of us just chilling out talking. I just talked about like YouTube wants those long videos. Although I do enjoy talking to Nixium and it's fun. Either way, it costs a lot of money. I have insurance, thankfully, so I'm not like I need $800,000. But it's just one of those things where it kind of still stresses you out a bit. Just it's like you know what I mean? So yeah, that's another thing. And I just kind of want to get back to what I used to do, even like 4 or 5 years ago. Things like cooking with Crendor, machinimas, more pointless top tens, and just even truth rage, those types of things. You know what I mean? I guess now I'm getting into what I'm offering on my Patreon. So let's just jump into what I'm offering on my Patreon. So I'm creating non-content. Bam, there it is. We've already got people patroning. I don't know the word for it. So thank you very much if you're one of those people. I've promoted on like Twitter and Instagram and Twitch already a bit, so that's why people have already started doing that. So here we go. We've got some different tiers. Number 1 is the Billy tier, $1 or more per month. Billy tier is the lowest tier. You'll unlock my Patreon feed, which is just blog posts about what I'm doing, what I'm working on, etc. So I'll be like, Dear Diary, today was a journey across the Sahara Desert. I don't know what I'm saying. But I'll just be like, yo, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working on. This is what I'm feeling today. You know, just kind of, it'll be just like a little journal and writing stuff and ideas and being like, I'm thinking of making this video or I'm thinking of doing this. And then you can comment on it and, you know, give me ideas back, whatever you want to do. Also, non-content and videos I might be hesitant to put on YouTube. So I think this is a great way to be like, hey guys, you know, if you're giving this Patreon money, you're probably a big fan of non-content and that type of stuff. So how do you think this video is? And if it gets a lot of thumbs ups and views and people are like, wow, that was a really good non-content, I might be like, you know what? Let's just put it straight onto the YouTube, bypass the Patreon. Well, it wouldn't even bypass Patreon. It was just the Patreon's kind of like the filter of it. And I'd be like, this is YouTube approved or Patreon approved for YouTube. You know what I mean? And then other non-contents, they might be like, hey, that was still pretty good, but it wasn't like the best non-content. I'd be like, all right, this one's just staying on Patreon. That's what I'm thinking about with non-content stuff on here. So you're going to get all the non-content and then be part of the filtering process, I guess is what I'd say. This is like a beta as well. I'm still working out all these rewards. So if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment below and be like, this would be a fun reward. Patreon exclusive AMA Q&As. Someone would be like, ask me anything, or like Q&As, and I'll just answer it in the Patreon feeds. That's another fun thing we can do. And I'm going to have access to a monthly video saying where I spend the Patreon money. So that's just going to be a video of like, hey, you guys are giving me money. That's one of the reasons why I'm not even hiding this. I know that's kind of controversial with some people where they just hide the amount and they're like, hey, thanks for the money. But I think part of all this is just being open. I think communication is key. And I just want to be like, yo, like this is what I'm doing. I'm paying medical bills. I'm buying new microphone equipment. You know, buying a Ikea chair. I don't know. But I think it's a nice way of saying like, hey, I'm not scamming you over. I'm not making like Patreon content lotto by my sloth CSGO knives, right? So next tier is sloth tier. And pretty much there's a lot of Patreon exclusive stuff in the sloth tier. Pretty much like cooking with Crendor. However, I might actually put cooking with Crendor on YouTube as well, so I don't know. More cat videos, because I don't want to flood YouTube with cat videos, but I'm sure people on Patreon would love more cat videos. Behind the scenes videos of like editing, just chilling, just doing stuff, watching TV. I don't know. I'm one of those people where a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to record that. It's boring. It's me at a desk or watching TV. But I think it's great. Like, it would just be me watching the Olympics and being like, man, I want to talk about the Olympics, you know? World building videos about my book. I've been talking about my book for years. I kind of want to make some more videos about it, but it's one of those things where I don't want to make a new channel for it. I don't want to put it on my main channel because people are like, this isn't a machinima or another thing. I don't want to see this. And so I'm like, you know what? This might be a good place for talking about that. Just my book. I can even talk about little paragraphs I put in my book and say, hey, what do you guys think of this? Show off my writing. Just book stuff in general. And I like world building. I think it'd be fun. Old videos I never uploaded. They're just on my phone. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do anything with them. I just put them here. WoW video commentary. I want to do stuff where I go back to my old videos and kind of talk about what I was thinking. Just old machinima ideas. Be like, I don't know what I was thinking during this one, or like, oh yeah, I remember this, and little tidbits, kind of like director's commentary, essentially. And any other random videos I can think of, like Truth Rage. Who knows? I might just throw up a Truth Rage if I'm feeling it. That type of thing. And I also want to do a Patreon exclusive monthly Let's Play, not like part 50. Kind of like a 1 or 2 or 3 part Let's Play of just a random game you guys vote on. For example, it could be the new Kirby game. I actually got the demo of that. I thought it was pretty fun. So I might even play that as like a little Patreon exclusive thing. Or it's something like Nintendo, and I'm not going to be able to put it on YouTube without it getting flagged and taken down. But I can put it on Patreon because it's like, it doesn't really matter. Next up, Zombie Dragon tier. As a zombie dragon, you also get everything in the previous tiers at the higher tiers. So if you get $10, you get the 5, you get the 1, you get it all. You'll get to make me a Hearthstone deck. I thought this was a really cool one someone recommended, where pretty much once or twice a month, I'm going to take somebody's Hearthstone deck they make for me in like a little comment thing, and I'll just record it. And if it does well, I'll mention your name, be like, yo, this deck's by blah blah blah, and I'm gonna play with it, and maybe I'll even tweak it or do something with that after playing a few games with it and be like, this might be good with it, blah blah. And I thought that's a cool thing, just like a fan-made Hearthstone deck. Also, the ability to see pointless top 10s, machinimas, and other stuff before they go live on YouTube. So if I do make a machinima or a pointless top 10 or whatever it is, you can see it before it goes live on YouTube. And I thought this was one of my favorite ones, Crendor audiobooks. So I'm going to be doing essentially audible readings of just fantasy novels, The Hobbit, stuff that, again, it would probably get copyright flagged on YouTube, or I wouldn't want to put on a main channel, and I don't know where I'd want to put it. And I'm like, hey, I can just upload it to Patreon. And I'm sure everybody there would enjoy hearing me just every week uploading a thing of reading a book, right? I'd probably do like once a week, like maybe a chapter a week or something, or a chapter every other week. I don't know. Just see how it goes. Again, these are like beta rewards, and I'm kind of playing around with them. Then we got the Ikea tier, which is access to a special monthly Ikea non-content, where I'm going to go to Ikea, and it'll be, may even be multiple non-contents, may even be more of a vloggy type thing. I'm still going to figure out, but it's going to be at Ikea, and I mean, it had to be in the Ikea tier, right? And then the main thing for this tier is the monthly Fishing with Crendor meetup, which a lot of people have. It's just a Discord meetup, but I wanted to make it a little bit different than just a typical Discord meetup, and I thought, what would be fun? What would be more fun than just meeting up in Discord and chatting, but meeting up in Discord and in WoW. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet up in Discord. You don't have to do it. You can just show up in Discord. But I thought it'd be cool, like, hey, everybody, get on this server. We're going to make level 1 characters. We're just going to go fish in, like, Mulgore or Elwyn Forest or whatever. And then it's kind of like Fishing with Crendor, right? Because I know a lot of fans and people have been like, yo, it'd be cool if you fish with fans and stuff. And I was like, well, that's kind of hard. But I was like, wait, this is a great way to do it. So some other people have even recommended like coffee with Crendor. So like one we can meet up and just go to the Dalaran Cafe and have coffee. and we just chill out for like an hour. And I thought that's just a cool little thing to do. So that's the $25 IKEA tier swag. And then the mega tier of $50, which is the highest one I've got, the buy my shirts tier, is for people who just have money to waste. And you get everything else. You get to be part of the meetup, all that stuff. Plus, I will make you a personal voicemail ringtone or text alert once per month. It's not like every day. Like, I'd like a new one, please. You get one per month. Billy, Go Guy, Meatwad Guy, me, weird noises like what? You know, all my noises, anything my vocal cords are capable of. And that is the buy my shirts tier. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in my Patreon or something you think would be cool. Patreon.com/Crendor. There's a link in the description below. Check it out. And if you decide to support me, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. And I hope I can make you happy with non-content. And if not, I'm still going to be uploading YouTube videos. I'm still going to be live streaming. It's not like I'm like, everything I create will be behind this Patreon wall. It's not like that. And if anything, I'm going to be putting up more videos because this will let me not have to worry about ad revenue as much, which is just the biggest thing. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay. See ya.